Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel. We're here downtown. No, correction, we're not downtown. Trying to clear my battery charger here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Make sure I have a full battery in order to conduct defense here this evening. Thank you all so very, very much for joining. Really appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm a little bit early tonight, but that's okay because we're usually late. So, glad to be here with you guys. You can see Mandalay Bay right there in front of us. Down here at the south end of the Las Vegas Strip. With, actually this is like a warehouse district right here. But, still pretty cool. I always like to start my videos out here at the south end of the Strip. I find it better to do that than the north end. But I'm very grateful for each and every single one of you being here. I could not do this without you. So thank you all so very, very much for being here and joining us on this Saturday evening here in Sin City. Starting here at the south end of the Las Vegas Strip. Wanted to, actually I wanted to show you guys one thing real quick here. Tobin actually pointed this out to me. I didn't even know this was a thing, but I wanted to point this out real quick before we head over to the Strip. There's a shopping cart. What's that doing over there? And apologies for the sun. It will be gone here in just a moment. We have a warehouse district over here on the left. And this is Post Road, named for Post Malone. Just kidding. And this is Ensworth Road. And they have security over here patrolling this area. But this is what I wanted to point out right here. And so they have an event going on right here today, which I think is pretty cool. And check this out. So this is the Shelby American Museum right here. Really, really cool. They have all these different Mustangs and stuff out here, which I find very cool. A whole Mustang. There's a Fox body Mustang right there. But really, really cool stuff. You have, that tag is called Black Betty on that Mustang there. That's pretty cool. And they've got someone on a megaphone there saying something. But, wanted to start the video out here at the Shelby Museum where they're doing this car show. I didn't even know that they were doing this out here today, this evening. You can see all the Mustangs over here lined up on the left. Very cool stuff. And it looks like some of them are trying to get out of here now, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Love seeing the car clubs. And these guys have that big stick. Do any of you know what that big stick on the back windshield is for? Is that to connect to the overhead when you go 88 miles an hour so you can hit right when the lightning bolt strikes the clock tower? So you can go future and time again? Saw that on quite a few of those vehicles. There's a lime green Mustang coming at us. That's pretty cool. Definitely wanted to try that to start the video out there. That was something that Tobin had pointed out to me. Very grateful for Tobin and his contributions to our community here on YouTube. So we make a left here and head over towards the Las Vegas Strip on this Saturday evening at 5:40-ish here. There is the airport over there directly in front of us, off to the left. And also the home of Janet Airlines. If you're unfamiliar with Janet Airlines, Google it and prepare to be wowed and amazed. It's pretty fascinating stuff. There is the Strip, looking at it here from Sunset Road towards the north, where we will be heading in just a moment. There's a little spur railroad line here that heads out to where it used to be the Basic Magnesium plant out here. And now heading northbound on the world famous Las Vegas Strip. Oh, whoa, that was like someone's clothing on the road there. So now, coming up on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, airport over here off to our right. 8th busiest in the country, they say, which makes sense because there's a lot of air traffic in and out of that facility. Of course, the rich folks, they have their terminal right over here on the right. The executive terminal, it's called, right in here at McCarran Field. Well, they don't call it McCarran anymore, but this is the little mini terminal for all the rich folks. Cinnamon and Jupiter, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Let's take a look at some of the tour helicopters. These are the helicopters that'll take you out to like the Grand Canyon, or they'll do the night strip flight. As well as Signature Aviation right here. So again, this is where you come if you're Taylor Swift or Madonna or Usher or one of those people, and you fly your private jet here to wherever it is you're going, and that's it. That's the life. And then all you have to do is just drive right up there to the Strip. You don't have to go through all the nonsense the rest of us regular common folks have to go through, right? We all have to go around Paradise Road over to Tropicana and then all the way over, and hope that the taxis aren't long hauling you, even though nowadays they do flat rate. But I have heard stories about them still trying to jack the rates up, even with the flat rate. They'll tell them, oh, there's an accident. It's going to take you forever to get there. I can take you a faster route, but it's going to cost you a little bit more. I've seen those stories online. There is the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign right there in the median in front of us. The Harley Davidson motorcycles here in Las Vegas on the right there, as well as the Pinball Hall of Fame. Eddie Griffin being advertised there. And Tao Beach. And this is the Deuce right here, the bus that you see here on the right. This costs $8 for a 24-hour pass, and it'll take you in between the Strip and Fremont Street, if that is your desire. I think it's 20 bucks for a 3-day pass or something like that. I don't know. You'll have to look it up online. I know it's $8 because they put that on the fronts of the buses and stuff. So that's a pretty good deal. $4 each way. You're not going to find that in an Uber, that's for sure. This is Dewey right here. I'm going to make a right onto Dewey Drive, and show you guys this. So I noticed these things driving by. There is, I'm guessing, because last time everyone said this was a C-17 right there in front of us. So check that out. That's pretty cool. It says Anchorage up on the top of the tail there. But that's really cool, I think. So we'll back up here for a moment. This guy in the truck's probably wondering what I'm doing. And then there's this 737 over here that has no real markings on it. And actually, Cinnamon and Jupiter, if you would please, could you run that tail number for me? N as in November, 702, that's appropriate. F as in Foxtrot. I'm really curious to see whose plane that is. It looks like a 737, and it's parked here quite a bit. And then you have Omega Tanker over here, it says. Omega Tanker, right there. Which looks like a, no, it's got 4 engines. Huh. It's interesting. I don't know what kind that is. Joseph, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. Apologies, I have to get the dirt out of the battery thingy there to help it charge correctly. It's not charging the way that it should. Cinnamon and sugar. Fertitta, there it is. The Fertittas. All right. So they are a very well-known family here around town. Wow. Yeah, they own the community center, but then they also own like a whole bunch of stuff in this town. And they're actually out there, I think they're out there on Billionaires Row. After the Golden Knights, yes. Absolutely. What was it, 5-1, I think they won? And there is that C-17. That's pretty cool. They probably requested that tail number, right? N702F. Look at the back of that building. Yeeks. That's right across the street from Mandalay Bay. Back here. I'm going to try and get back up here out of the sunlight. And put you guys there for a sec while we make this right-hand turn. Apologies, I'll just wait for the Suburban, and there we go. F for Fertitta, that's right. That makes sense. Michael, welcome. Went to overtime. Very cool. Michael, welcome. Thank you for being here. Tobin, welcome. Thank you guys so much. So I want to please ask that you guys like and subscribe to Cinnamon and Sugar. I'm sorry, well, I keep doing that. Cinnamon and Jupiter, brand new channel operated by my beautiful wife. She's into astrology and spirituality, and even if that's not something that you're into, maybe perhaps you might know someone who's into it, and you could recommend it to them to please like and subscribe to it. That would be awesome. And well, as well as Michael. Michael does a terrific drone channel here in Vegas, does sunrise and sunset drone videos, including plane spotting and the elusive Janet Airlines. If you're unfamiliar with Janet Airlines, do a quick Google search of Prepare to be Wowed and Amazed. He also does some great videos of like Gold Butte here in Nevada and some other natural attractions that would be too difficult for me to try and hike, that's for sure. There's Cartzilla. I've never seen it in person. I've heard about it, but there it is. Cartzilla right there. Looks like a big shopping cart. And they do tours up and down the strip. Yeah, so please do. Absolutely, Cinnamon. There's Zooks. Zooks is owned, I think Amazon owns Zooks, right? Isn't that Amazon that owns Zooks? And then Waymo. And so I read that California is going to lay down a whole bunch of new regulations on top of all the self-driving vehicles. The taxi companies are probably upset. So they're like, no more self-driving vehicles. D-Man, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Cinnamon and Jupiter, if you could drop the link to your channel, that would be awesome. Autonomous test vehicle. And actually, if you could also drop the link for vids from Mike, I would really appreciate that, because both channels are awesome. Both channels are new. In fact, Cinnamon and Sugar just started this week. I keep doing that. Cinnamon and Jupiter just started this week. But Michael is new as well, and he does some awesome content, stuff that you're just not going to see anywhere else, because he goes into places. He's got a four-wheel drive that he gets. There's Cartzilla right there. He gets into places where they do things that I gotta turn the air up because they're playing music over there, but goes into places where I couldn't go. You have to have a four-wheel drive and you have to know about it, right, in order to be able to get in there. There you go. Thank you, Cinnamon and Jupiter. Yes, Tobin, thank you so much for being here. I did some video. I did get to Lorenzi Park, so that will be forthcoming. Amazon owns Zooks. Okay, cool. That's what I thought, yeah. Very cool. Cartzilla. I'm actually kind of curious about that. I wouldn't want to be on that thing in like July. Obi-Wan, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. It was nice, Tobin. Yeah, I was surprised because you know how a lot of the parks are here. But yeah, they keep it in good shape. It was actually pretty nice. They said that, I looked online when I was there, and it said that there are 2 of the original motel buildings still remain, but I didn't see them. I just saw all newer structures and stuff, unless maybe they remodeled and built around it. But if you're new to the channel or you're just joining us, that is an autonomous self-driving vehicle right there in front of us. Zoox, Z-O-O-X, Zulu, Oscar, Oscar, X-Ray, owned by Amazon. Doing its thing right there. The one thing we haven't seen here, my wife and I, Cinnamon and Jupiter, we want to head back to Florida real quick and do another trip there with some videos. Certainly not to live, because I don't know, it's way too expensive down there. But we're just going to take a trip down there, hopefully towards the end of the year. And they do the robots, the delivery robots, right? That they like Obi-Wan. I'm sure you still used to see those on Jeremy streams in LA. Jeremy was fascinated with those things, those little the little robot carts, right, that would deliver your pizza or whatever it was that you ordered. And you don't have to tip them, right? You don't have to tip them. So that's always cool. Fort Lottie Dottie, yes. Fort Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. Yes, it's nothing like it used to be back in the 80s when it was when I was growing up down there, and the strip days down there on the beach and all that. They've all gone high-end corporate and all of that, just like everywhere else. But nope, Zooks wants to get over. Choopy, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So we come up here to Tropicana. So no Knights game here this evening. They won earlier. I saw they were down right before I left the house today, and I was like, oh no. Because then they would have gone down, what, 3-1? 3 games to 1? That would not have been good. No, it'll never be like Revenge of the Nerds. No, if you guys have ever seen the movie Revenge of the Nerds 2, the movie where they stayed, the hotel where they stayed, was called the Hotel Coral Essex. However, the E and the S in front of Essex were not illuminated. Great movie, yes sir. Yeah, man, I love that movie. Coco the Robot, yes. Still have Cartzilla here next to us. Oh my goodness, you guys are playing what sounds like some Kid Rock over there. Gotta keep the AC up, but there's a good look at the Cartzilla right there. CartzillaRide.com. I was thinking about taking a tour on there just to see what it's like. I like the open air top, being able to just look out the top and film that way. Maybe do like a live stream on the Cartzilla. But yeah, we're kind of trying to do the smart thing with our finances right now, with the whole uncertainty about the corporate environment and all of that. Plus now they're saying more and more increasingly, I'm hearing everywhere they're saying the R word, right? Recession all over the place. So we're just waiting to see how that pans out. I will say that I bought crypto this week. I'm not trying to push crypto onto anyone, but it was like I was like one of the first ones that was like, no, I'm never going to do that. That's terrible. I don't trust that or anything. But then I saw they were selling it on PayPal, so I'm like, okay, I know PayPal at least, so maybe I'll try it then. So that was something that I did this week. Figured, why not go for it? See what happens. I mean, I live in Vegas, right? But no, I will never try and push anything like that on. The only thing I want to promote are my good friends and their channels here. And I've tried to do a great job of promoting other folks and their channels here. And it's certainly well deserved that I try to promote my beautiful wife and her brand new channel. And again, astrology and spirituality. And again, if you're not into that, totally understand. Maybe someone you know is, and you could spread the word. That would be really, really appreciated very much. So I read that all the MGM properties, in fact, I just read this earlier today, all the MGM properties are talking about getting rid of their concierges, which is a huge deal. So we already know about Excalibur getting rid of its bellhops and its valet, and some of the other places is talking about getting rid of their valets. And now they're talking about getting rid of concierges, which is really interesting news. So how long? Well, now I hear a siren somewhere. Oh, speaking of sirens, I got to tell you guys that story. Sylvia, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, the dirty word, absolutely. Yes. Yes, take everyone down the strip, absolutely, yes. So, last Saturday night, I was down on Fremont, and it was after my live doing Alter Ego, and an ambulance went by on Casino Center Boulevard, and it was going southbound, and then the walk signal illuminated, turned white. So I said, okay, I'll start my walk across the street. Well, it turns out there was a fire truck right behind him that I didn't hear because I'm in this concrete canyon, right, with the sirens blaring, and I thought it was the ambulance. Turns out it was the fire truck right behind him. Well, he wasn't right behind him, but he was, still the concrete canyons and all that. There's a F-150 police truck sitting there for some reason. It's a weird spot for it. Bellagio there. So I'm walking, and I turn, and I had the camera going, so I turned and I actually just faced the camera at the truck, and I'm like, oh man, so I haul booty across the street, and I get over to the other side. All of a sudden I get accosted by like 3 cops by the marshals. And they're like, come with us. And I'm like, what? Why? And so I did, of course, and they ran my license and all that, and they tried to say that I did it for, I think they thought I was doing it as a publicity stunt for the channel or something, but I wasn't. I seriously didn't realize there was another, because, the sirens were bouncing, the sound was bouncing all off the walls down there. So they held me for about 15 minutes, and they had their lieutenant down there, which was a good thing. So I told the lieutenant, I said, look, you guys have discretion in these matters. I really, really need to, apologize if there's a misunderstanding, but I really wasn't trying to pull any kind of stunt. I said, I'm not one of these kids that's out here doing dumb stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So they let me go with a warning. So kudos to them for letting me go with a warning. They could have probably written me up for worse than that, but yeah, I thought that the coast was clear and my sign was white and I was ready to walk and all that, and nope. So, oops. Oh, Robert, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, I know how that is. Vegas Unlocked, yes! Welcome, Vegas Unlocked. Thank you for being here, you guys. I was finally able to join Vegas Unlocked's stream last night, at least for a little bit, because my son, so my son destroyed the TV, then he destroyed the remote this week for the Roku, got the Roku remote put back together, bought a new TV, and I haven't been able to do a whole lot because he gets upset if I have something other than his preferred programming on. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, not only to me, but also to Vegas Unlocked. Very, very cool people. Dave and Karen, really, really awesome people. They will take you down to Fremont on Friday nights, and they are down here on the Strip on Wednesday nights. Really awesome people. They're a lot of fun. It was really fun when they ran into Planet Chaos, who is another live streamer, and I definitely want to plug his channel as well. Really, really cool guy, spelled K-A-O-S, Kilo Oscar Alpha Sierra. Really, really cool couple, both of them, and they were partying together and stuff. Vegas Unlocked and Planet Chaos, and they went into what was it, Troy Liquor Bar up there, right? And it's always fun to watch Dave party, because Dave looks so serious, right, when you see him on the live and stuff, and sometimes he'll get down and start dancing, and it's like, yes, Dave, you're having a good time, buddy. That's what it's all about, and I really like that. I really enjoy that, So I like when I'm in their chat, I'll be like, will this be the night that Dave starts dancing. And I know he's done it before. I've had actually Snake Pit, who is an awesome moderator, by the way, as is Tobin, as are all my moderators. I've not met an inferior or Sats moderator, but Snake Pit sent me a video of Dave dancing, and I think it was it Jump by House of Pain, and Dave was dancing, so that was really, really cool to see. And Karen's really, really fun, has a great time down there. They both do. It's really, really fun to watch them. You know, when they're down here on the Strip, it's like on a Wednesday, of course, so on the Wednesdays it's not as packed as it is like on a Friday night down at Fremont, but there's always something to see. The scene always changes. The players may change, but the game always remains the same, right? Isn't that the way it works in life? Something like that. The game always reminds, and look at this, we got some crowds over here on the right. So AC/DC is here this evening. They will be performing at Allegiant Stadium, and I'm pretty sure that's got to be close to a sold-out show there. Dave was feeling no pain. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked, really, really awesome people. Awesome, Michael. Yes, thank you. And so Vegas Unlocked also, I want to mention, so my wife just started a channel called Cinnamon and Jupiter, and my love, if you could post that link into the chat for me, I'd really appreciate it. There is the Mirage right there. That guitar is really going up fast. Huh. For Cinnamon and Jupiter, she does astrology and spirituality, and she also does like her first video she just posted this week. I won't spoil it. Please go check it out. And then Cinnamon and Jupiter, could you also please post for vids from Mike as well? So Vegas Unlocked, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like and subscribe to Vegas Unlocked. They're really, really awesome people. A lot of fun, very kind people, and just salt of the earth. And that's all you can hope for in this world, right? Is to find good people. And thankfully, by the grace of goodness, I have been able to do that in meeting other streamers. So Vegas Unlocked, Cinnamon and Jupiter, and vids from Mike. And Michael, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. So this is a little congested up here towards the north end of the Strip, right out here in front of Fashion Mall. Davidoff of Geneva there. And so Vegas Unlocked, where do you guys usually start your stream when you do your Wednesday streams? I know, Mike. Yeah, they were insanely expensive. I'd rather watch one of the live bands perform AC/DC down on Fremont. They're not so bad, right? The live bands like Spandex Nation or Alter Ego does some AC/DC as well, or what's the other one? Dr. Rock. They will do. Yeah, so Vegas Unlocked usually starts, but you guys have been, I know you were like at Flamingo one time, and then you were up by Harrah's and stuff. I didn't know if there was like a usual spot you guys usually start out. But I know for me, I don't have cable television right now because it's not football season. So YouTube is my primary source of entertainment, and my sons as well, because they love all the children's programming that's on there. Sometimes sound, okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so you get a little bit of everything there with Vegas Unlocked. Thank you, Snake Pit, you're the best, thank you. And Cali Drives, yes, that's another one. Sal, I mentioned vids from Mike to Sal. Sal does Cali Plains as well. Really awesome guy. So we take a look here at Resorts World over here on the left. Sal has been plane spotting for years now. I remember watching him, I think it was during COVID when I first saw Sal's channel. And he goes to like LAX. He lives like in Central California in the Central Valley, but he'll drive, he's like equidistant from San Fran and LA. So he'll pick an airport and he'll go there and go live stream and plane spot from out there. Garage Boys is blasting. Oh, nice. Very cool. They're usually not out here on Saturdays either. They're like a Sunday band, Tobin, I think, right? Yeah, I didn't know that they were, maybe someone called in sick. Someone called in sick down here. Life rule number 10, it says over there. Crime junkie at Resorts World. So Resorts World had to pay a $10.5 million fine. MGM had to pay an $8 million fine for allowing illegal gambling by bookies because they didn't validate the sources of their income. And now they're laying people off. There's the convention center right there. 4.6 million square feet over there. Shout out to Tobin for helping me remember that. It is beautiful, Sylvia. It's been very nice all day with the exception of the wind. It's been extremely windy all over the place. So right now the car says 73 and I'll take it. This time last year it was brutal. April, like really, they turned up the heat. Mother Nature turned up the heat early last year and it was like 6 months of just hot. So I'm very grateful that we're, you know, we did have some temps up in the 90s last week, but then the winds came again Thursday and Friday, yesterday and Thursday, and then it helped cool it down. It's supposed to get down to like 51 this evening or something, which is going to be fun down on Fremont in a little bit because of the winds. It's like a wind tunnel down there on Fremont, right? So when the winds get going, oof, 44, wow, yikes. He was kicked out. Wow, I did not know that, Tobin. Wow. I saw his live, but I never had a chance to go into it. Shoot. Yeah, so wow. And he was in there on a Friday night, so you'd think it was busy and they would be occupied with other things. Yeah, so he's not the first one I've seen kicked out of Resorts World. They don't like the cameras in there. You know, when you launder money, you don't want a whole bunch of eyeballs on that, right? Or something like that. Wow, they're really strict about it. Vegas Unlocked, do you guys ever have any issues in there? Have you gone in there, Resorts World? Yeah, usually Vegas Unlocked will start their lives at around 8 p.m. on Friday nights at Fremont. And then I'm not sure what time you guys start on Wednesdays as well. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I was thinking it, and then I said it out loud. There's no laundering going on here in Vegas. Only in Ozark. Oh, there's Metro. Yeah, so I was thoroughly upset about the being detained last weekend, but I'm glad it worked out the way that it did. So yeah, it was my very first interaction with a city marshal down here. I remember when I first started driving down there. Streamers in the casino area. Oh, okay, cool. So maybe that's what was going on then in the casino area. Every time I'm in one of the casinos, I like usually the slot machines, they never give any issues to. It's when you walk by the table games that I start to notice them behind me, and that's when I'm like, okay, bye. I'm getting out now. And I know, like with Jojo the Squirrel, when he's down there on the on Fremont, a lot of times, but he does it during the week too, and so the security is a little bit bored down there during the week, and doesn't have a whole lot to do at midnight when he's usually streaming. So they will come up and give him a hard time and tell him. But they made him turn it off, Tobin? That's wild. Wow. Vegas not as bad boy, yes. Yes. God. A fugitive from law. They came up to me and grabbed me by the arm. Like I'm like, what? Because I thought it was like one of those promoters, right? One of those guys promoting a gentleman's club or something. I'm like, get off of me, dude. Like, come with us. Like, I didn't do anything. So here we are at the north end of the strip. Shout out to my moderators. Great job, you guys. Snake Pit, you're the man. Yeah, I tell you what, you are in a lot of different streamers, live streams, and you're awesome. I don't know if Vegas Unlocked, if you guys have Snake Pit yet, but Snake Pit is on top of things. So please consider, if you don't already have him, adding him rather. Mosadades? Never heard of them. They're at the Sahara. They were advertising that. You had to turn it off? Wow. Because I know like JoJo, he'll be like, okay, I'll just point it at the floor. Because if I turn it off, I'm going to lose my audience. So he points it at the floor as he walks towards the exit. But, wow, he had to turn it off. That's wild. Goodness. The rules, you know, that's the thing. They need to just lay down some rules and say, look, this is what you can and cannot do. Because it varies from place to place. Some of the casinos don't bother you at all. No money laundering going on there, right? Yes, sir, Mr. Police Officer. You go right ahead and get in front of me there. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Cool. Snake Pit. Awesome. Yeah, they are awesome people, Vegas Unlocked. I really enjoy watching them. They always have a good time. You know, some of the other folks you watch down there and they do the live streams and stuff, and you know, they focus more on themselves, kinda, I've noticed. But the Vegas Unlocked, they focus on the bands themselves. They'll go to themselves, of course, when they're thanking people for super chats and stuff like that, which is terrific. And then they'll also focus on the crowds in front of like the bands playing and stuff, which is, I think, is perfect. Because I mean, in my humble opinion, that's the way I would do it. Is just like circle around and you know, show everyone the crowd. And it was packed last night. You guys were there in front of Alter Ego, and it was packed. At least it looked packed on TV. And make a right. No, we're just gonna get behind Mr. Lawman here. Oh, that light's yellow, sir. Have it on camera. Weeks. Las Vegas. Welcome to the city of Las Vegas Arches. For anyone silently watching, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're just now entering the city limits. You didn't have your blinker on when you changed those lanes there, Mr. Police Officer. And so we are just now entering the city of Las Vegas. Most of the strip is not located within the city of Las Vegas. And the reason for that is because back in the day, the casinos down on Fremont, they felt the city was being a little too hard and heavy-handed with them, with the rules and regulations, so they said, fine, we'll relocate outside the city limits, and that's exactly what they did. So now they're only subjected to the county and the state. Yes, right on, Snake Pit, thank you. So as we head towards Fremont Street down here, downtown, we're going to look for those mannequins again. Tobin, where was the other location you said? You pointed one out at the very end of the first live stream last week. But I forget where you said it was. It was on Fremont somewhere. These things, you drive by them and you don't even realize they're there. Right? There's Atomic Golf right there attached to Strat with the... one of the not so good neighborhoods right behind it there. Yes, thank you, Sylvia. Awesome. Yes, silent viewers. Other people call them lurkers. I don't know. Lurkers always has kind of a negative connotation, I think, to it, but I like to call them silent watchers. Because I know there are times when I'm just like, I just want to sit there and stare blankly at the TV and not have to, you know. Because usually when I watch, I'm on the TV. And in fact, most of my viewers I see are on, from the data that I get from YouTube, tells me that my viewers are all, majority are watching on TV. Which is really the only way to do it. I wouldn't want to watch on a 6-inch screen, right? Yeah, Sylvia, it's wild. These things that just, you don't even realize they're there. How many times have I driven up and down Fremont and never noticed that before? Thank you, Tobin. Yes. Cinnamon and Jupiter is my beautiful wife, and she just launched her brand new YouTube channel today. And so, oh, someone just got married. Really want to help her out. Fun City Motel. I like that they've taken these old signs. So again, if you're walking, if you think about walking between the Strip and Fremont Street, this is the area you're going to be peregrinating in between the two destinations. And especially in July and August, that could be a very tricky endeavor. After dark, I would not suggest doing it at all. NE, he had NE on the back of his unit. I'm wondering if that's Northeast Area Command. Yes, thank you. There's a cop back there. I want to make a full stop. He honked at me. He got mad at me. So I want to pull in here real quick. I know, Tobin, you just Googled this last week, but I always like to ask because you never know what's going on. So this is Zach Bagans' haunted museum here. The old witch out there on the balcony up there. That's always fun to see. So they have, oh, speed bumps, okay. Calling for a ride, security check-in. Hey, brother, I have a YouTube channel. I'm live right now. I was just curious what the prices are to get in and all that.
So general admission is $54.
54, okay.
And then our RIP all access, that's the extended tour, 9 additional experiences, a free shirt and a lanyard, that's 86, extra $30.
86, okay, cool. And parking is free?
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac, thank you, Isaac. So there you go. 54 or 86 if you want to do the full tour, full experience thing, he says here. Your journey into the afterlife begins here. That's not ominous sounding. All right, let's turn it around. Las Vegas Lodge, Vegas Lodge. Uh-oh, the sun's gonna wreak havoc here. Apologies for that. Let me just kind of point the camera over here so I don't blur the video. Oh, he's coming back here. Oh. Sorry.
Were we parking? Or
No. I just want.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a one-way.
Oh.
So the exit is all the way down to the white brick wall, and then you make a left.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're
Okay. Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah, of course.
So this is one way here. Okay. All right. Let's turn it around. Yeah. So, Mike, how much were those AC/DC tickets tonight? I'm just curious what they were running. Energy there is very heavy. It feels, yeah. Exit here. What are you doing to me, Isaac? No? The gate's closed there, buddy. Oh, it's sensor operated. Okay, that's tricky. There we go. A little tricky dicky stuff going on there. Alright, go up here to 8th and make a U-turn. Nice, thank you, Tobin. Right on. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not into, you know, astrology and spirituality and all that, I get it. But she's an awesome person. And really want to see her succeed. As I do everyone with whom I interact. There it is right there. Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. Let's go back up here to Las Vegas Boulevard. I should have made that right over there because that goes over to Las Vegas Boulevard and that would have gotten me out of the sun. This corner here though. Talk about blight. This is Charleston Boulevard and Las Vegas Boulevard. For AC/DC, yeah. Okay, Sylvia, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. 197. Wow. For nosebleeds. Oh my God. Wow. That's Tobin kind of money there. I can't afford that. Yeah, so Cinnamon and Jupiter, are you ever going to do any live streams? I'm just curious. I hadn't asked you that. I did not see Rick Harrison bartending last night. And didn't see it announced, so I probably would have found a way to sneak out of the house if he was, because that's not an opportunity I would want to miss. But this is the world famous Pawn Stars, as seen on History Channel's TV programming. And it's busy. So the weather, it's amazing what the weather does here in this town. November to March, the beginning of this month, it was terrible here. Now all of a sudden we have more folks. It was dead. And there is Rick Harrison's place right there, Rick's Bar, up on the second floor, right above the barbecue joint on the first floor there. Really, really cool stuff. Gold and silver pawn shops. This was opened up in 2015. This was Rick Harrison's brainchild here. And there she is. Yeah, I bet, Tobin. Yeah, this is a definite must-do. If you've ever seen the show on the History Channel, you have got to come down here to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, at least to take photos. Maybe not to buy souvenirs, because those are, some of them, most of them, from what I understand, are very kitschy and very expensive. So, probably not the kind of place you want to buy your Vegas souvenirs from. One of the places that I would definitely buy from is that guy down here on Fremont Street that does those paintings. Those tend to be rare and unique, right? Those are the kind of things you can't really find on like eBay and stuff, because each painting is unique and different. It does the, you know, spray paint cans and all that stuff. Rituals, astrology, readings, Q&A. Right on. Okay, cool. So Michael, it's from Mike. Are you going to do live streams once you hit 50? Because 50 is the threshold for live. Otherwise, you have to do your lives from a computer. They are cool. I want one of the ones that from the Strip where they have the Bellagio in it and stuff, and he has the Strat. That's. I always thought those were like the best. The problem is when I'm walking around down there, I'd have to walk all the way back to the car with it, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. And it's $50. He charges $50 for them, so. But yeah, they're awesome. And that's a rare thing that you're going to find, right? You're not going to find that in a lot of places. We come up here to Bridger, approaching downtown Las Vegas. Very cool, Cinnamon. Thank you so much. Really want to see you succeed. So come up here to the Fremont Street Experience up here on the left. And see the crowds there. And then the Experience. Wow, that doesn't look very busy at all. Yikes. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. But it's always back to you. You were able to respond to that woman earlier, or not woman, who was it, Bernie? Is that the name? And they were asking all sorts of questions. I'm like, those roads, that's really, really cool. He's off to the races. Gold Spike Casino over here off to the left. 7-Eleven over here. Shout out to 7-Eleven, man. 162 7-Elevens here in the greater, I'm buffering. Oh, let me get out of here. Thanks, Snake Pit. Normandy Motel, that sign was designed by the same person that developed the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. The one that says Elvis slept here, right there in front of us. Now turning west onto Stewart. Okay, cool. Thank you, Snake Pit. Yeah, good mods are hard to find. I've watched them on other channels and stuff, and I've watched some mods, right? Who like they'll kick everybody out, and then they're like the channel owner's like, I have nobody left. Oh goodness, I'm like, that's terrible, but. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing because it's not funny, but yeah, they like kicked everybody out. Now, I get it if they're, you know, saying abusive things and things like that, but if it's like, you know, they're just having fun or something like that, you know, you gotta have good discretion, right? In those sorts of things. Yeah, Snake Pit, it's amazing. They just started kicking everybody out. They put everyone into timeout, and then of course the streamer's like, why is no one chatting? Oh, like you guys were all talking a minute ago, and now you're all gone. So this is Main Street here, downtown Las Vegas, with the Circa's parking garage over there called Garage Mahal, and then of course the Circa itself. Vegas Unlocked. Have you guys ever been up there to the top of Circa, there at a Legacy Club? I'm curious. I wanted to go up there again now that the weather's warmer. Last time I was up there was like early February and it was freezing up there. $16 for a beer. And the only way I know that is because of Tobin. So shout out to Tobin for that one too. Golden Gate right there, oldest casino. Not yet. Oh, okay. You guys got to get up there. That's awesome. There's the oldest casino in Las Vegas. It is that. You know, it was busy last night. And Thursday night was really busy too. Like, who was it that was down here? Someone was down here. Was it Steven? Someone was down here Thursday and it was busy. I don't know if what, 60,000 people? Were they all down here last night and Thursday night for the concert, and then they are all going down to the concert tonight, so there's no one down here tonight? I don't know. Thanks, Snakefit. Yeah, that was fun, actually. That looks like a very cool place there at Stadium Swim. They would not let me get out of the $25 cover charge. I tried, but that's all right. I think the video was definitely worth it to get up there and take a look around. Mark and Donnie, welcome. Oh, I don't have a turn signal here. Oh, I try not to. I've had some people that like wanted to like try and follow me and stuff before, so I try not to put that information out there, Donnie. I'm sorry, buddy. Just to be safe, you know, because you never know. I've had people tell me that they wanted to follow me while I live stream and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then, of course, I do, you know, some neighborhoods and stuff where people probably aren't happy that I'm doing video of their neighborhood, so those folks I tend to be wary of, you know what I mean? So the pool here is open at Golden Nugget. Nobody in it, of course. It is now, yeah, it's still 73, it says. It is 6:30, yes, sir. And look at this line to get in. Unless these are hotel guests, to get into the Golden Nuggets parking garage here. And I wonder what they're going to charge. You know, with Cinco de Mayo falling on a Monday this year, I'm going to be very interested to see if they try and charge that on a Monday night. There it is, $50. $50 US to park right in there. It's Friday to Sunday from 0 to 24 hours at Golden Nuggets parking garage. Yeah, Friday night was packed down here. I was astonished, like wow. Usually it's the other way around. Oh, thank you, Cinnamon. You're very kind, Cinnamon. Yeah, so usually it's the other way around. Saturdays are usually busier than Fridays. We'll see how tonight goes. I know It is free. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would probably have to park. Well, I don't know if I'd want to do that. The podcast, huh? Oh, yes, $50. I know. That's wild. Are these electric trikes? They have to be. They're moving too fast. Those have to be rented. Yeah, those look rented. Huh. Domino's has its own vehicles now? I sure wouldn't want that all over my personal vehicle. So this is Casino Center Boulevard here. I'm gonna make a left and head back up. They've got some sort of event here going on at the downtown event center right there. I hear the music pretty loud in there too. Let's go northbound back on Casino Center Boulevard. Yeah, they've got it in blasting over here too. Woo, that bass. Very, very loud. Okay. So here are my good friends, the Marshalls. I got to know them pretty well last Saturday. And I think I started to say earlier, when I first started doing these live streams, I was always like, Marshall, what do they do? And Tobin told me they're full law enforcement. I mean, they have full, arrest authority and everything. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I had my first taste of detainment there last weekend. And you see it, like, this is, again, I call this the big corner, right? Binions, Fremont Casino, Four Queens, Golden Nugget, and it's a concrete canyon in here, right? And people straggle through, but I didn't. I crossed on the white walk signal, so yeah. There's the crowd there, still kind of looking a little thin over there, huh? Maybe it'll pick up. Oh, Tesla, Cybertruck right there in front of us. Go over here and make a right onto Ogden. Guys, again, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you're new and just silently watching, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you. And also, please like and subscribe to my beautiful wife, Cinnamon and Jupiter. It is early, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Also, like and subscribe to Vegas Unlocked, awesome people, and Vids from Mike. Really, really awesome people. Okay, I see you. There we go. So there's Pizza Rock there on the left, downtown Grand. Thank you, Snake Pit. Perfect. Thank you. Very good, Tobin. And you know what's funny? They're being sued. There's a dog in this little kennel right in front of us. It has a fan right there on the door. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, there are two of them in there. Goodness. Dixie Roadrunner Bicycle Club. Okay. Thank you, Snake Pit. You're the best, buddy. You and Tobin, you guys are terrific. You and Michael. Make sure I don't... how fast are these guys going? About 10? Well, they can't go that fast because the little one's on a pedal bike. Nope, this is not the right turn. So, I was saying that Cinnamon and Jupiter, as well as Vids from Mike and Vegas Unlocked. I'm hoping to run into Planet Chaos and Up and Our Way tonight. Both really, really awesome streamers. That's the thing about streaming. I mean, I always like trying to help people, right? And trying to help bring publicity to folks and help them grow. Because you can't always depend upon the algorithm, that's for sure. The more folks that join. Oh, and they've got a baby in the guy in the lead has a baby in a cart behind him there. Huh. We'll make this right here. Good crowd. Headed over towards Fremont East. And oh, by the way, Vegas Unlocked. Guess who closed? Who got shut down? And I only know this because of Tobin. And I don't know if Tobin realized it or not, but you and I, Vegas Unlocked, have both been in this place doing tours in there. Maybe I just gave it away right there. We're about to drive right by it. Oh, goodness, I'm not going to run that. So we take a look over here at the taco truck. There, it's got just, they've got to be making just a fortune over there. Nightclub space still for lease up here on the southeast corner. And the Oscar's martini glass right there, in homage to Oscar Goodman, longtime beloved Las Vegas mayor here. Oh, you're curious? Okay, so I will show you as we drive by. You and I have both taken tours in there. I wasn't streaming, but I was recording. And it just it must have just closed like this week or something. And there it is. Right next to Lucky Day there, that space. You don't see the sign up there anymore. Thank you, Snake Pit. Perfect. Yeah, Planet Chaos, he is an awesome dude. He and his wife are terrific people. Therapy. Vegas Unlocked. And it's going to become, and I could try and have you guess the name of it, but I would have never guessed it. Electric Mushroom is going to be the new name of what therapy was. Electric Mushroom. I wish I was making that up. Up and art. Awesome. Thank you, Snake Pit. Are you a mod for either one of those channels, Snake Pit? And I don't know, Tobin, do you watch either one of those guys? I think you watch Planet Chaos, right? So right over here off to the right is Container Park with the flame-throwing praying mantis and the locket out in front. No, okay. Opening in May. Met the, oh, you did? Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, therapy. That used to be therapy. And Tobin posted that in one of my comments this week, and I'm like, what? I just walked by that place. So here we go, mannequin time, guys. Beautiful. Right there. So we're going to look here at the street lamps, street posts up in the sky above us. And with this nice weather out, I'm surprised there aren't more in the way of classic cars out running around, because a lot of those classic cars don't have AC in them. Nothing yet. Golden Goose over there. Sometimes. Oh, okay, cool. So here we are in front of Ferguson's. I'm gonna let him go around here, but not park in the crosswalk. And there we are. So, right up here is Trying to Escape. I've had enough of Ferguson's. Get me out of here. A mannequin up there. And then over here is the Big Rig Jig. And again, compliments to Tobin on both of these things. I would not have had a clue. You can look at all the bird excrement there on the tires towards the top. Oh my God. The birds have had a good time up there. Yeah, PK usually only does the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then some of these folks, right, they do, oh, okay, there's another one right there. The black one right there. And then these folks look like they were just married. Was that a Rambler? It is a Rambler. Hi. That's cool. Folks getting married down here. Oh, and then we have this. And that. And that. These buildings have certainly seen better days than what they are experiencing now. Passed by Siegel Suites. It's a chain around town. I know! Yes, he does. Vegas Unlocked. Yeah, sometimes they go until like 4 or 5 in the morning and stuff. Like, wow. Goodness. And then you have some of the streamers here that go out and they're like out every single night of the week. I mean, I'm talking 7 days. Like, they don't take a break. And I'm like, I would want a break at least at 1 day a week. I enjoy doing it, but I wouldn't want to get burnt down on it. You know what I mean? I really like doing it. And I know you guys do too. Vegas Unlocked. I wonder what your personality types are. Vegas Unlocked. You ever do the 16 personalities? Do that test to see what your personality types are? There's a movie, I think it's called Passenger, from back in the, not too long ago, but it had Liam Neeson in it, and he was a passenger on a like a subway train or something, and he was having a conversation with a woman or something, and things went south, and he's like, well, I'm trying to figure out which one of the 16 personalities you are, blah, blah, blah. And that's what really kind of introduced it to me, because I didn't know anything about it, and then they had us take a course on the 16 personalities at work. They were not, I bet they were too, yeah. Back in the day, yeah. The crazy scale. I just love seeing Dave dance. That's the best. Dave having a good time out there. Are we, did they block the roadway here? Looks like they may have blocked the roadway. 5150. Oh no, Charles. So they've got someone in custody here. I don't see any vehicles though. Go around these guys. Okay. Yes, Charles, welcome. Thank you for being here. And guys, just a very gentle plug for being a member. Being a member is available at the copper tier, which and releases all of our upcoming videos to you immediately. So just a gentle reminder. I wish I could do that for Tobin. I really do. I wish they gave me the option to do that, because he does so much for our channel. But I've contacted YouTube about it and did their little chat thing, whatever, in their app, and they said it's not part of the functionality right now. So otherwise, I would definitely do that for Tobin. And also super chats and stuff like that, always welcomed. I hate saying the words because I don't want to be one of those people, but Blue Angel Motel right here. There she is. I'd like to circle back around here. And there she is. The Blue Angel here at the Blue Angel Motel. Oh, what happened there? Okay, there she is. Oh, thank you, you guys. Oh, this guy thinks I'm just taking a look at the girl on the statue. Okay, thanks. He thought I wanted a car wash. There she is, though. Yeah, the camera's doing funky things there. But that's, she's turning. I never noticed that. Did she do that before? She turns. She swivels. It's not very much. But she swivels there. Huh. Okay, so now she's swiveling a lot. So it must be an intermittent swivel. Huh. That's pretty cool. I never noticed that before. The things, and again, I wouldn't even noticed it had Tobin never mentioned it to me. I would have just driven by it and never realized it. Shout out to Tobin. And if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, Tobin is also 7-Eleven Man. I've made a mention of 7-Eleven Man a lot of times in the videos, and I didn't know if Tobin wanted me to ever release the news that he was in fact 7-Eleven Man, so I had to check with him first. But he is the legendary 7-Eleven Man. We're coming up on 2 years with this channel now, May of 2023, that we've been going, and I couldn't do this without you guys. I'm very grateful for each and every single one of you. Honestly, I never thought that this would even go anywhere. I was just like, I'm gonna try this out. I'm just gonna drive around, show people neighborhoods and stuff, and see how it goes. And you guys have been awesome. Love each and every single one of you. I mean, you guys could be anywhere on a Saturday night, but you are here with me, and that means everything to me. Thank you so very, very much. So I'm going to go ahead and go find a parking spot. I'll end the stream and then go live once I find a spot down there for Alter Ego. Legendary. No, absolutely, buddy. You deserve it. The things you do for, I mean, for everyone. It's not just me. I mean, you post all the good information for Vegas Unlocked as well. Just phenomenal information. Stuff that I had no clue about. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us for the Alter Ego live stream at about 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern. If you can't, I totally understand. But I do want to get some street performer videos while I'm down here. But I can't have their audio on when I do it, so. Absolutely. Thank you for being here the whole time, Michael. I know you had some stuff going on tonight, so thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. And one more time, before I log off, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe to Vids from Mike, VIDSFROMMIKE, as well as Cinnamon and Jupiter, all common spelling, and Vegas Unlocked. Really awesome people. He is a wealth of information. Terrific resource, a pillar of this community for sure. And I'm confident of yours as well. Vegas Unlocked. He is terrific. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you again so very, very much. And I hope to see you again in a little bit, about 90 minutes or so. Thank you for joining. And as always, remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, you guys.